Hello, I'm Jane Ormerod. I'm 64 and retired after working in the NHS for 40 years as a nurse and nurse educator. Prior to COVID, I was fit and agile. I walked, cycled, did Pilates and yoga. I first became ill in March 2020 with symptoms of headache, sore throat, muscle pain, chest pain, tachycardia, and breathlessness. After contacting 111, I was sent to the local COVID hub. I was not admitted to hospital and was told to return home and rest. I was not tested for COVID-19. Testing was fairly new at that time. Struggling with chills, breathlessness, tachycardia, and insomnia, I felt scared and wondered if I would die. I got better getting through the first 3 weeks. Little did I know what was ahead of me. I had a few weeks where I definitely felt better. Soon, though, my sore throat came back and got worse. My other symptoms came back. From May to August, feeling really unwell, I tried to contact my GP several times with few successes. I was given 2 courses of antibiotics. Several GPs were supportive. Others doubted I had COVID. At one point, I was passed from GP service to 111, only to be sent back to the GP practice. During this time, I was not seen face-to-face, only spoken to on the phone. One helpful GP trainee finally saw me and took throat swabs and blood samples. I paid privately to have blood tests done to find any vitamin deficiencies so that I could take the right supplements. At this time, a longer-standing health problem also became worse, and I tried to get the GP to contact the consultant to see if I could be treated. One GP refused, and a nurse practitioner finally contacted the hospital. In October, I attended the hospital clinic to get a minor procedure done under sedation. Afterwards, I was very unwell and had to stay in the hospital for 2 hours until I felt better. For 2 weeks after this, I could barely function. I joined the supportive long COVID support group in Long COVID Scotland Action Group on Facebook. Also helpful was online yoga for long haulers and breathing exercises to ease my breathlessness, as well as counselling to get my head around what was happening to me. By December, I was still unwell. Unfortunately, just before Christmas, my husband became seriously unwell with a heart condition and spent 5 weeks in hospital. Then I knew that stress also made my symptoms much worse. By April 2021, my husband was a bit better. However, he now has a life-changing heart condition. I was still struggling with extreme fatigue, breathlessness, joint pains, migraine, and tinnitus. I saw a rheumatologist privately as referral through the NHS seemed impossible. I'm fortunate I could do that, and I realised that not everyone can. By August, my life has changed. I can't do the things I used to. My activity level, physical and mental, has to be balanced with how I feel, and I rest frequently. I still speak to a counsellor to help me cope with what seems to have become a chronic illness. In the Long COVID Scotland Action Group, I co-chair the research subgroup, being involved as a patient representative in a number of long COVID research projects to hopefully benefit others with long COVID now and in the future. As we speak, we find ourselves in Scotland with few organised treatment and rehabilitation services for increasing numbers of long COVID patients. This is clearly unacceptable and has to change. And I hope to be part of that change despite still being unwell.
Was,
okay.
I think that was, I'm going to stop the recording.